Alright, you guys, here we are for yet another tier list. This one's going to be interesting. I definitely got some corrections in predictions and things that I need to correct from last one. I was wrong on a couple of things. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So we're going to start off with ABC. So ABC is like playable, but it's not super good. So I'm going to put it in C, which is kind of like our playable rogue tier. Um, Adventure good stuff. I've actually seen a lot of people playing, and it's been like decent-ish. I don't think it's going to be really cracking the meta anytime soon, so I'm going to put it in C. I'm going to put it above ABCs. Ancient Gears, I'm going to put below ABCs. Even with Clockwork Knights and being able to do Cyber Dragon, Contact Fuse shenanigans, it's still not a very good deck. You could play it, it'd be a lot of fun, but I don't really see you laddering and Master with it. Artifacts are pretty much dead at this point. They're going to be in D. Anything that I believe is unviable or unplayable is going to go in D. Um, just because it's going to help me not have to split the tiers as much. Uh, Ancient Warriors can actually be like the king of D tier. This deck is bad. It's just not good. Chronomaly, um, Cloudian, Chainburn. What else could be in D tier? Dust-Ons, Earthbound Immortals. At this point, I'm actually going to put Eldritch in there. Eldritch is just dead at this point. Like, even Ancient Gears would body Eldritch at this point. Endymion, I'm going to have to bite the bullet. I'm actually going to put it in B tier. I finally lost to this deck. It finally happened. Uh, yeah, Endymion's actually pretty decent in this format. Crystal Beast breaks my heart, but they have to go in D tier. Same with Cubic. Uh, so Bisteel is like better as an engine. I should have had the better as an engine kind of like satellite tier. So I'm gonna put these up next to Branded whenever I place Branded. But Bisteel is definitely one of those decks that's better as an engine. Flu. I feel like this deck has been hurt a lot, but it's still playable. I don't really feel like it's bad enough to put it in C tier. So I am going to put it probably at the butt of B for now. I've still lost to Flu a couple of times occasionally at the end of last season, the beginning of this season. The deck is still okay. The big winner of the format, I'm actually going to put Dragon Link up in A. I feel like this deck has made a lot of gains, and I feel like this deck is actually just very good in this format. I feel like it's back in full force, and it's just really made a resurgence. I don't like playing against it. I've pretty much never liked playing against it since it's been a thing, but it's it's good this format. Like this season, Dragon League is pretty powerful. It's probably gonna move down a little bit in the A tier, but it's gonna be our first A tier for now. Generic Fairy Tale as a deck. This is one of those things that's better as an engine. If you're playing like Fairy Tale Snow, Fairy Tale Luna as a deck, it'd definitely be D tier. But if you're counting it as an engine, it'd be higher up. Nordics, definitely D tier. This deck is bad. Same with BES Boss Rush. Same with Rose as a deck. As an engine, Rose is fantastic. As a deck, not so much. Black Wings, I'm actually going to put in C tier. I'm going to put behind Adventure, but I'm going to put above ABC. I've seen a couple of these in Master, so the representation is actually there, which is kind of astonishing to me because I didn't think I'd really see people playing it, but it's out there. Crusadia is definitely better as an engine, but as a deck right now, I feel like it can actually creep into the C tier. Servant being at 3. I've actually seen the representation for it in Masters. I haven't lost to it yet in Master, but I've seen the representation for it. Like, it's there. Cyber Dragons, I had high hopes for this, but I tested it and it has potential. But right now, I got to put it in D tier. It's just not there yet, or I'm just piloting it wrong. Comment down below. Give me a list to try. But for now, it's going to be in D. Mech Knights as a deck, I'm going to put in D. Danger Dark World, I'm actually going to put in C, and I'm going to put it in C tier because, like, it's viable. I can win with it. I can rank up with it in Masters, but I don't really feel like it's the best deck to play right now. It's definitely viable though, and you could grind out some wins with it. Exodia, definitely D tier. As long as Runic exists, this deck can't really function. Cyberdark, right next to Cyber Dragons in D tier. Aliens, D tier. Aqua Actress, D tier. Bedlam Boxers, D. Bujin, D. Battle Wasps. So Battle Wasp and Zector, I've actually play tested a little bit when I was in Master towards the end of August, going into September, and I actually feel like Battle Wasp and Zector, with the new fusion that came out and how accessible and decent the fusion is as a big beater, it could actually be C tier. That's gonna be my weird hot take, but C tier. Battle Wasp and Zector C tier. Um, I don't feel like Dark Lords deserve to be in D. I might move them down to it later, but I'm gonna put them at the butt end of C tier for now. D to D is still B. It can basically make boards like Emancipator used to. It's a really good deck. If you're a solid D to D pilot, this can pretty much beat everything in the A tier above it. It depends more on the pilot of the deck, but this is a good deck. Generator, Grenader, whatever you want to call it. If I gotta be fair to Blackwing, it's gotta be fair to this deck too. I don't really think it's super great, but it's definitely C tier, not D tier. I actually almost lost to it, and I am seeing it represented at Master quite a bit, so I am gonna put it in C. When the representation kind of shrinks, I'll probably move it down. Drytron's D. You're not gonna see anyone playing this deck anymore. Evil Hero D. Exo Sister. But Exo Sister and B. Deck's decent. Decent interruptions. Uh, Flame King, Avatar, Arise Chicken deck, D. Fluffle, D. Fortune Fairy, D. For Hire, D. That deck's bad. Fortune Lady, D. Gate Guardian, D. Even when we get the support, it might be C at best. I'm going to play the shit out of that deck, though. Gate Guardian's going to be fun. Gem Knights, even with the FTK D, it's just not gonna happen. Dragon Maid branded shenanigans, ass end of C. Altergeist, King of D tier. Like, it's playable, it's decent. I just feel like you're gonna struggle, and I feel like there's better lockdown decks that you can play than Altergeist right now. Evil Swarm, D. I actually played against Evil Swarm in Masters, and it was really weird. I played against it when I was running Cyber Dragons, and I had a hard time because it's like, how do I out Ophion? That was that was weird. Honorable mention to Evil Swarms though. That was really funny. Whoever got into Masters playing that, like, kudos to you. That's great. It was probably more of the pilot than the deck there. I feel like the deck's way too slow, but like, damn, that was shocking to see. Actually shocking to see. Gradle, D. Dark Magician, ass end of C. Like, the deck is playable. Blue Eyes, ass end of C. Better than Dark Magician, in my opinion. Uh, Burning Abyss, Phantomite, Shenanigans, D. It's just not. I haven't seen this deck in like probably a year. Like, even when I didn't play for a while and I was ranking up from gold back to master on one of my accounts, I didn't see this at all. Like, the deck's just dead. Generic cyber spammy decks like Salad, probably ass end of C. Mathmech, probably closer to B, but we'll get there on the list. Charmers, they can be at the top of the shit tier. Arrow Mage, that deck's bad. The Phantasm deck, bad. Despia might be a little weird. People might be like, why are you putting them so high? But I'm still gonna put Despia branded up into the B tier because the deck is still good. It's not dead. Having one branded fusion definitely hobbles it, but like, you have other ways to make the fusion if you really want to. You could go back to running the Edge engine, for example. You're just gonna have to rely on the Despia Bisteel engine a little bit more. But the deck is good. Like it's decent enough still. Bisteel is better as an engine. I'm just gonna put it up there next to Despia though. Heroes are like in the toilet right now, but they're still like it's a good solid C tier. Darkla is a good card to make. Destiny Heroes definitely doo doo. Dinosaurs C tier. Ignites doo doo. Ice Jade doo doo. Ice Barrier whatever deck doo doo. Grand Manchu can go back in like the C tier now that the format's kind of resolved itself. Hands bad. Goki bad. Gravekeeper high D tier, but still bad. Um, Generic machine toolbox with even with Clockwork Knights, it's bad. Dinomorphia kind of falls more in line with dinosaurs. It's like worse dinosaurs though. I'm actually gonna put it in D. Like I'd rather just run pure dinosaurs. Infernity D tier. Yamako up at D tier. Bladder Beast D. Goblins is an archetype. They're Z tier if we had it on there. Ghost Tricks D tier. Galaxies D. Ignister is still a really, really solid deck. I'm gonna put it up here, kind of like next to Branded. Being able to make the untargetable beat stick is good and will pretty much always be good. You won't really see run into it very often though, but sometimes you'll see it. Here's Inzectors, as we previously mentioned. They're going to go next to Battle Wasp because if you're going to play Battle Wasp, you're definitely going to be playing Inzectors. I think that the better Inzector variant is definitely B Trooper Inzectors. Cashier is going to be an A. It's just decent, and they're going to get more cards. It's a really strong deck. You have a lot of options when playing it. Like, it's just kind of good all around. This deck is like dead now. The Yoshizu cards are pretty much hit to infinity. This is better as an engine. That Giant Ballpark's just bad right now. I feel like Medolce is playable. Circular. Yeah, I'm comfortable putting Circular up there. Cyverse is still decent. Trains, generic zombies are definitely going to be playable. Kaijus as an archetype are kind of doo-doo. Crawlers doo-doo. Labyrinth. I just don't have problems with Labyrinth like ever. Ascent of B tier. I'm actually gonna put Emancipator in C. I feel like the deck is kind of dead right now. Metal Foe D, Mutant D. My Naturia boys, I'm actually gonna put in C. I feel like this deck is kind of struggling right now in the format. It's gonna be the king of C tier though. Sprite Life Twin. Ascent of D. Umi Control. Sorry, I meant to say Ascent of C, not D. But Umi Control, definitely Ascent of C. Buster Blader, D tier. S-Force, Dex Bad, D tier. Whatever that one is, D tier. I can't remember, I just know it's bad. Infernoid, D tier. Muskets, D. Magispector, D. Even with the new support, it's still bad. You're really never gonna see the Mermaid people, you're just not going to see it. It's definitely going to be in C because this deck can still it can still function in a best of one format. It's just you don't see it very often, and it can lose to kaijus easily. And a lot of people are playing Lava Golem or kaijus right now, or some type of out like evenly. Forensis, yeah, that's what it is. Numeron. Numeron's Numeron. It still happens. B tier. Mathmac. Next to Circular, we pretty much already covered that. Sorry, I gotta clean out the duplicates in here. Melfi's better as an engine. As a deck, it's not really playable. Melfi Sprite would be like in C, but Melfi by itself, definitely D tier. Maikashi by itself, D tier. You're better off just running like zombies with some Maikashi. Monarchs, Nephthys, Ogotic, Paleozoic, Phantasm Spiral, Phantom Knights, Scrap, Stick Chair, Star Seraph. We already covered Evil Swarms, Constellar, Archfiend, Battle Robot Archetype, a current 6 Heavy Sam. Why did I say 6 Heavy? Super Heavy Sam. Tin Dangle. Look it up if you don't know what that is. It's a funny archetype. Time Lords, Tunes. Already put trains in there. Tremid, Umbral, Unchained, Valkyrie, Worms, World Chalice, Witchcrafter, Wind Witch, Wind Up, Vylon, Watt, Volcanic, Vendread, Red Eyes, Gusto, whatever that one weird ritual, or a Megalith, that's what it's called. Megalith, Nurseburn, Evil Eye, Cosmo, Lunalight, Plunder Patrol. All of those go in D tier. Already covered Maikashi. That's Sharanui. Oh yeah, that's Sharanui. Sharanui, you're better off just playing regular zombies. Skull Servant, Gusto, Shino Bird Rituals, Weather Painter, Symphonics, Galactic, the like weird robot dudes, Pure X Sabers, VW XYZ, Pure Yang Zing Ding Doodles, Yosenju, Pure Zephyra, don't know why I have two of them, Yubel, Venom, Rescue Roid. All those get to be in the D tier. You could play like Zodiac, Tri-Brigade, and it would be playable, but I feel like at this point it's C tier. I feel like the deck is just a little slow, which is crazy to say out loud. Oh, Spellbook's definitely D tier. Speedroids, it's playable in C tier. The deck's not very good. I always get somebody commenting, but Speedroids on my videos, and to you I say, I don't have problems with them, ever. Sorry, the deck is like playable, but it's not good enough to be better than C. Where did I put? Oh yeah, Salad. There we go. Shadow is kind of better as an engine right now, but you could play the deck. It's definitely C tier. It's like playable. It's not super good. Arcana Force, definitely D tier. Growing Second, Crusadia Shenanigans. That could be the ass end of C tier. The deck's viable. It's just not very good. Punk. I feel like Punk has fallen off. I do still see Punk as an engine in some like Punk decks where Punk is present and doing things, so it can be C tier. Rika, deck is bad. It's gonna be king in the D tier. I'm gonna get a bunch of people saying, but no, quiet down. It's bad. Generic Chaos, it's bad. Tier Elements. Tier Elements are still playable. I feel like they're actually going to. I mean, like, the deck is not very good at this point. It's lost like too much. It's still going to be playable. You can still grind with it and get to masters. I just feel like there's better options. I do feel like the deck is playable. I feel like there's just better options for it. I'm going to put it at the butt end of B tier for now. Um, Pearly, if it comes out, it's been leaked and speculated that Pearly is going to happen. If Pearly comes out, I feel like it's going to have a comfortable fit in the A tier. I feel like Pearly will be just decent depending on the card pool we get. That's speculation though. My boy Guru, D tier. Orchist, playable, even with all their stuff, they're not super great. Trap Tricks, definitely playable. 10E, 10E, Sword Soul. It's gonna be a little controversial, but it's going in the A tier. I've been loving playing Sword Soul. Like I've been just wrecking with Sword Soul. The deck is just really, really decent. And it feels fun to play it again. Almost feels weirdly nostalgic. Tri-Brigade, playable. Uh Trixars, D tier. Vampires as an archetype, D tier. We already covered Naturia. We're gonna put it up with the other Naturia. There we go. Thunder Dragons, I feel like can be the butt end of D tier. I feel like it's a decent, weird, off meta choice. Your opponent not being able to add cards to their hand except by drawing can also kind of hurt them. I actually did have a little bit of difficulty with that when I was playing Sword Soul. I did win, but I was like, huh, Thunder Dragons are still decent. I'm actually going to move Naturia up to B tier. I know a lot of people are putting it in C, but I feel like the deck is still viable enough. It's just you're going to have a harder time in higher ranks. Pendulums, playable. I'd say maybe somewhere in there. Rockets, if you're playing Rockets, you're gonna have a good time. Like Dragon Link is definitely the king of it, but if you're just playing like pure Rockets, yeah, I could see Rockets being B tier. But it's mainly like the Dragon Link stuff and the linking that's gonna do the heavy lifting. But Dragon Link itself is definitely, I think, the winner of the format right now. True Draco, I hate to put it in playable, but it's playable, even though I hate that deck and I hope I never have to play against Ian. Zeus Turbo's dead. Rongo is dead now because Rongo is finally banned. I can't wait to take that out of the tier list images. Therion's better as an engine. I'm gonna put it next to Cyber Dragon because it's gonna be like generic machine engine. Runic is. Oh boy, Runic is. I'm gonna put Runic in C. Like pure Runic C. Naturia Runic is definitely the best variant. Sprite is still okay. I feel like it's kind of limping along. You got one jet, you got two blues, you still have the negates. It's there. Six Samurai, bad. We already covered Branded. Brandon kind of goes up with Despia. Spiral's bad. Spring Ends as an archetype are bad. Scareclaw is going to get better with Cash. So this is more speculation. I feel like we might get the Kashtira Scareclaw dude. Even now, you can kind of run Kashtira Scareclaw, and it's like semi-decent. I feel like it deserves to be in C at this point. Stardust and Archetype is bad. Sky Strikers have seen better times, but it's still okay. It can be in C. Time Thief is better as like splashable, not its own deck. Prank Kids are pretty much dead. I'm actually gonna put Prank Kids at like the ass end of C. Still better than Chu Draco though. Virtual World is dead. Virtual World's gonna be in D tier. Predaplant's better as an engine, so I'm gonna put it in the D tier. You'll definitely see Predaplant like cards being played because the one that negates is just awesome. UA D tier, although I might actually try running it in Masters just to see if I can even get a single win with it. I forget what this is called, and it's so forgettable. I'm putting it in D tier. I believe that was also for Exorcister, which we already covered. But yeah, this is your tier list. Let me know what you think. Uh, and we don't really have anything in S right now because there really isn't an S tier contender as of this moment, I feel. Because the format seems balanced enough. But yeah, that's it. Let me know what you guys think down below, and I will see you in the next one. And before I go, as always, this video is sponsored by, where's my sponsor? By W. You can use code SirLargeGaming to get 10% off. Oops, get 10% off of your order. And yeah, I really like the peach, not peach, sorry, that was my former favorite flavor, is the peach one, but right now my favorite flavor is the orange mango creamsicle. It tastes like one of those ice pops. It's really good. If you want a new energy drink, try W. Really good. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.